big frog in a small pond, which means an important person in the midst of less important people. For example, I'd rather be a big frog in a small pond than the opposite. We use this to describe an important person in low-level people.
You like being the big fish in a small pond. You like being the big fish in a small pond. You like being the big fish in a small pond.
As you make your bed, so you must lie in it. It means you have to suffer the consequences of what you do. For example, Tom insisted on taking a trip to Florida in August. After we all told him how hot it was then, now that he is there and all he does is complain about the heat. As you make your bed, so you must lie upon it.
We've made our bed, and we must lie in it. We've made our bed, and we must lie in it. We've made our bed, and we must lie in it.
A bad penny always turns up. It means a worthless person always comes back to the place he or she started out. For example, I just found out that Tom left town after we fought last Saturday. What if I never see him again? Don't worry, a bad penny always turns up.
You do seem to keep turning up like a bad penny, young man. You do seem to keep turning up like a bad penny, young man. You do seem to keep turning up like a bad penny, young man.
The beast is the enemy of the God, which means if you are too ambitious and try to make something better than you are capable of, you may ruin it. For example, after I rephrase it a few more times, my novel will be the best ever written then. I don't think you should rephrase it anymore. Remember, the best is the enemy of the good.
Okay, but the perfect is the enemy of the good. Okay, but the perfect is the enemy of the good. Okay, but the perfect is the enemy of the good.
Better to be safe than sorry, which means you should be cautious. If you are not, you may regret it. For example, it may be time consuming to check the oil in your car every time you buy gasoline. But better safe than sorry.
Prepared. Better safe than sorry. Prepared. Better safe than sorry. Prepared. Better safe than sorry.
Better the devil you know than the devil you don't know. Which means if you have to choose between an unpleasant situation and an unfamiliar situation, choose the familiar one because the unfamiliar situation may turn out to be worse. For example, I hate my job so much that I am thinking of asking for a transfer. John, I would advise against it. After the devil you know, better the devil you know than the devil you don't know.
Better the devil you know than the pagans you don't. Better the devil you know than the pagans you don't. Better the devil you know than the pagans you don't.
One is the most funniest idiom. The bigger they are, the harder they fail. Which means when promoted people fail, their failure is more dramatic. Let's look at the example. After the newspaper reported that the mayor cheated in his wife, He lost the election and he can't get any kind of job. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Bigger they are, the harder they fall. Bigger they are, the harder they fall. Bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Another nice one. Bite the hand that feeds one, which means to do harm to someone who does good things for you. Let's look at the example. I'm your mother. How can you bite the hand that feeds you?
You don't actually bite the hand that feeds you, do you? You don't actually bite the hand that feeds you, do you? You don't actually bite the hand that feeds you, do you?
Back to the salt mines. This is good and tricky one. That means time to return to work or school or something else that might be unpleasant. For example, it's 1 o'clock and lunch break is over. Back to the salt mines, guys.
Well, Herb, back to the salt mines. Well, Herb, back to the salt mines. Well, Herb, back to the salt mines.
This one to show how you miss absent person. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, which means you will like someone or something better if the person or thing is far away. For example, ever since Kara's boyfriend moved away, she can't stop thinking about him. Oh, absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Another good one. Alright for you, which means that's the end of being friendly with you. That's the last chance for you. Oh my god. Let's look at the example. Alright for you, John. See if I ever play with you again.
It's alright for you too. It's alright for you too. It's alright for you too.
This one is describe the person who loves to work a lot and now have time to relax or to play or something like that. Or work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, which means it is not healthy for someone to work all the time and never play. The example, don't come to the office this weekend. Or work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Well, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Well, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Well, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Always chasing rainbows, which means tending to look for something more exciting and more rewarding but without realistic expectations. For example, he can't seem to settle down and enjoy life. He's always chasing rainbows.
I mean, maybe it's time to stop chasing rainbows, buddy. I mean, maybe it's time to stop chasing rainbows, buddy. I mean, maybe it's time to stop chasing rainbows, buddy.
This one, we can use it in two ways. The first one, another pair of eyes, and the another one, a fresh pair of eyes, which means another person to examine something closely in addition to anyone previously. For example, as soon as we can get our fresh pair of eyes on this main alphabet, we will find that last of the typos.
Fresh pair of eyes here, huh? Fresh pair of eyes here, huh? Fresh pair of eyes here, huh?
Appearances can be deceiving, which means things can look different from the way they really are. For example, Oliver seemed like a very nice boy, but appearances can be deceiving.
But, as you well know, appearances can be deceiving. But, as you well know, appearances can be deceiving. But, as you well know, appearances can be deceiving.
Appearances can be deceiving, can't they? And you've prices can be deceiving, can't they? And you've prices can be deceiving, can't they? And you've
Another one we can use in two ways. As you sow, so shall you reap. The another one, as a man sows, so shall he reap. Which means things will happen to you, good or bad, according to how you behave. The example, you should stop being so cruel to other people. As you sow, so shall you reap.
Like it says in the Bible, as you sow, so shall you reap. Like it says in the Bible, as you sow, so shall you reap. Like it says in the Bible, as you sow, so shall you reap.
We reap what we sow. We reap what we sow. We reap what we sow.
Ask for the moon means to make outlandish requests or demands for something such as a lot of money or special privileges. For example, she asks for the moon and she is not going to get it.
No, sir, I don't believe I am asking for the moon. No, sir, I don't believe I am asking for the moon. No, sir, I don't believe I am asking for the moon.
Love this one. Ask no question and hear no lies. It means if you ask me that, my answer might not be the truth. For example, what I'm going to give you for your birthday. Ask no questions and hear no lies.
Ask me no questions and I'll tell you no lies. Ask me no questions and I'll tell you no lies. Ask me no questions and I'll tell you no lies.